Yo, week 4 we're playing Gurt. Got robbed last week, so I gotta, make up some sort of difference. This week, he brings top 6 I expected. He brings Fish, Sylveon, Dragapult, Gliscor, Okidogi, Terra Dark, and Gliscor's Terra Fairy, Zapdos. I have Terra Graspon, Terra Ice Entei. So I didn't plan as far ahead as I would have liked going into this game, because I changed like all but 2 of my Mons last second. Looking at his build, the 2 most likely leads I see are Dragapult and, what's his name, Gliscor. Zapdos is also there. I could lead Entei to Scare, but that is relatively risky for me. So I think the right lead is actually just Darkrai again. If he leads Sylveon, he leads Sylveon, but I think I can get a pretty free knockoff turn 1. If he leads Okidogi, I think I just have to go into my Garchomp. Yeah, I didn't plan as far ahead as I probably should have. We'll see how this goes. I want to bait out Terra on Gliscor, so I can do super effective damage to Okidogi with the coverage I have. If he stays the Gliscor typing, it's weak to Prim, and it's weak to Terra Ice Entei. Sets up, okay. His only hazard setter this game is Gliscor, and I have a Rapid Spin Regieleki. The dual screens, I'm not going the fancy set again, that probably only works once. Look at my very epic basic picture. Love to see it. Okay. We're battling a Blueberry. Strike twice is the Zapdos. That is completely fine. It's Darkrai. I'm just gonna knock off here. It's a super free click and I'm Assault Vest, so I take any hit. I don't even think he stays in. He could go Sylveon, he could try to go Okidogi and be fancy. If he's just straight up defensive Zapdos, I should do around 20%. I could get Static Parrot, but getting rid of this thing's boots is a very worth sacrifice. He's just gonna stay in. Does more than 20%. No Static? No Static. He is gonna miss the Hurricane. Pretty unfortunate. So at this range, I can actually just Ice Beam. I think I just want damage on this at this point. His possible plays outside of this are switching into... If he doesn't go in the cheat here, which I don't see a reason you ever do, Ice Beam just feels very, very, very free. Just gonna go for damage. Just gonna get the damage here. How much is this doing? Puts it in red, I love that. Goes for the Roost. I can just spam Ice Beam on this. I actually kind of want a Dark Pulse here, because I feel like there's a chance this is Chi-Yu, but even then, unless it goes for Ruination, I have Prim. I could knock off on a really easy switch, because what does he go into here? I don't think he sacked Zapdos yet, because it's too useful. Yeah, I'm gonna knock. I don't think he's staying. Yeah. Is this Chi-Yu, Sylveon? Nico, Ribbon, I think that's Sylve. Perfect. Knockoff gets rid of... Wait for it. Crit. Yeah, because that matters. Get rid of lefties, that's fine. Okay, this thing created a lot of progress early. I'm very happy with that. I think the play here is go into Entei and just go for Sacred Fire, because you don't really have a switch-in. The best you have is Dragapult and Gliscor. Gliscor gets 50% burn. This could very easily just be a Baton Pass, but if it's Baton Pass, it reveals, which is perfectly okay information. Alright, I take any hit from this thing, and my Dark Rise at full, and I've only revealed Dark, or knockoff Ice Beam. Is it Baton Pass? It is Baton Pass. This is going to be Gliscor. If this is Gliscor, I think I just go hard into... I think I might just go hard Chomp. No, I don't think you go... If you go Gliscor, I think you Protect. Because I think you want to scout if I Terra now or not. I don't see a reason he could click Toxic on a switch. That'd be pretty concerning. What are my other options here? He could go into Okidogi, he could go into Zapdos and just try to make me suffer. I could go Chi-Yu, but my Assault Vest puts me in a very favorable position against it, and I can just go for extreme speed. Dragapult is fine, I'm just gonna go for Sacred Fire. But, like, there's no reason this isn't Gliscor, right? Like, it's gonna be Gliscor. Goes into Scourge. I think that's Gliscor. Yeah, it's gonna activate the Toxic Rod. It's fine. Okay, so I think do I want to go for Sacred Fire, or go for... No, he's gonna Protect. Like, you have to Protect here. if you don't protect, you Toxic, which is bad for my Subseed Overpun. I could go into Guard Shop, and, well, I guess, by the Factor Terra Fairy, part of me wonders if you're like Swords Dance, Earthquake, Terra Blast, Protect. And if you are, Overpun is an incredibly safe play, and I can just go for a Leech Seed and doesn't have a Grass type that takes it. I'm gonna make that play, actually. If it's Toxic, it's Toxic. I feel like if you have Toxic, you don't have a Hazard, which is good. He's actually going to double. Oh, okay. What are you going to here? Chippy. Have I seen this here? Is this Zapdos? It's actually the fish. Okay, I'm going to go into Prim here. If it's Ruination, it's Ruination. You still don't have a switch in. What switched out in front of it? Entei switched out first, I think. So, Entei's faster than the Glide Square. That's good information. I'm gonna see Ruination. Yeah, that was pretty obvious. I can't really recover that damage. What I can do is recognize the fact that you don't have a switch into Surf outside of Pult. And Pult's the only way of hitting me is a move that can't kill me. I could also Psychic Noise on the pretty also obvious Zapdos. Or on Sylve. I think you either go Zapdos or Sylveon here, and I think I just want to prevent you from doing anything no matter what. I could also Flip Turn on that play. If I Flip Turn on Sylveon, I get a free switch into my Ogerpon, and I get a free Leech Seed on something, because there's no way Sylveon stays in. Yeah, I think I just Flip Turn. Yeah, there's a switch. Goes into what? Sends in the Sylveon, that's fine. You're taking a Flip Turn, buddy. There's a little bit, that's fine. I go into Ogerpon and Leech Seed. Send Ogerpon. Send in the Dream SMP. I'm just gonna fire off a Leech here because I live this hit no matter what. I could see a Hyper Voice here, but if I do see a Hyper Voice, it's in range of Cudgel. Alright, what's this play? I actually missed the Leech Seed for the second week in a row. Love to see it. This should be a Roaring Voice. Might be this. Yeah, I take multiple. We love that. Okay. Just gonna go for another one. It's a really safe play at this point. I do actually land the first Leech Seed of the season. Let's go, baby. Actually, this is just gonna be the top pass, right? Oh, it's Wish. Okay. Okay, let's go. Okay. Just gonna get some health from you there, man. I think I just want to Cudgel this turn. The Sword Stance risks me getting hit by a Roaring Voice, getting confused, and I'm gonna be pretty sad. This could also just be a switch. This could be I don't think this is Baton Pass. I kinda just want to Leech Seed again. Yeah, because the only other play I see here is Protect. I'm gonna go for a Leech. Okay, this is gonna stay on, that's fine. A Roaring Voice is just gonna give me health. This could also just be a Baton Pass, which is. I'm actually surprised to go for Baton Pass there. I think you want to keep Sylveon healthy. I don't know if Baton Pass keeps Leech Seed. It might. This is the Zapdos, that is fine. Gets the Wish. Do I get the Leech Seed health? I do, let's go. I'm gonna go for Sub. Yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna keep healing off of this thing. And I'm at full, which is amazing. Sub here means if he goes for a U-turn or Volt Switch, Dragapult comes in, which I don't really want to deal with. I think this is one of Hurricane, Volt Switch, or U-turn. I don't see any other play being possible at this point. So, the safe play is Sub. Yeah, I don't see this staying in, ever. I think this has to be a pivot move. We've seen Roost, we've seen Hurricane. It's going to be a pivot move, and it's going to be an electric move for Prim, most likely. Or it's going to be Heat Wave, so it could just be Volt Switch here, regardless. I'm going to make that... No, I don't think I can go Chomp yet. I can't go Lucky. Lucky's too risky at this point. I want to keep Entei healthy. I think I just go Lucky. Set up a screen. It's so risky, though. I'm going to go Lucky. I want to see what pivot move this has, because I know I take a Hurricane. This is Gliscor, I go for Reflect. But also just hard swap again into Overpine. Just with the Tom Pass, okay. That's just gonna keep Leech Seed on whatever comes in. This is gonna be Gliscor, it's gonna be giving me some health. Oh, big Glisc. Okay, Poison Heal's going to bring it back to full. What this means is that Gliscor is never actually going to gain health as long as it stays in this interaction. I think there's a very real chance this is just a hazard. I could just go for a Reflect to get my Garchomp in easily. Sylveon's low enough to where it dies to a +2 Earthquake regardless. Dragapult doesn't want to take a Scale Shot ever, neither does this, honestly. I guess it could if it Terras. I think I just go for Reflect here, just to kind of see what I'm expecting out of this turn. I live the Earthquake regardless. Is this just a hazard? It's going to be Rocks, that's fine. The only Ghost type on this team is Dragapult, and it doesn't want to take a Volt Switch. I'm just gonna, yeah, continue not letting this Gliscor. I mean, it's at full health, so it's not like it matters. I could just Volt Switch on the incoming Dragapult here, which is pretty obvious. I mean, I can always just Volt Switch next turn. If I Volt Switch this turn, what are the advantages? I think it just means I get a Darkrai at that point. You can also get Garchomp in, which is useful. I think I just want to see what your immediate reaction is. It's just gonna stay on, that's fine. Gliscor doesn't gain anything. Is this just Earthquake? I'm sure the Toxic and misses. Unfortunate. It's kind of making up for last week, though. Gonna get a little bit here. So I've seen Stealth Rock and Toxic. That means you don't have Knockoff, you don't have Earthquake, or you don't have Protect. Or you don't have Terra Blast. I take it this is a Toxic this turn, so I think I'm going to go into Prim. Especially because behind a screen I'm fine. Yeah, I go Prim here. And I get health back from this Gliscor. Which means my life gets easier against Ruination. What are we getting here? This with the Earthquake, I take this. Oh, nice crit. Okay. Okay, that's actually really unfortunate. How do I want to go about this? Because this is just going to be Toxic. Actually, I think the right play here is just Overfund. Because I have Sub. And this thing cannot break my Sub under any circumstances. Go for Sub. I'm going to see a switch here, most likely into Zapdos. Yep. Get out my Sub. I'm gonna go for another Leech Seed because I want to see if I outspeed this. Oh yeah, I have to write this down. Gliscor kills Prim. I still have a Lucky though. I am gonna see that I outspeed. I love that. This for the Discharge. I don't even think this breaks my Sub. It shouldn't. Yeah, not even close. Okay, I got some HP back from this from my Sub. I'm gonna Swords Dance on this thing. I think this is the right play every single time. Because if you switch, it's a hard switch. And if you stay in, you're probably just clicking Discharge again. And I just got a Swords Dance regardless. There's going to be a switch here. I'm going to guess this is Polt. Maybe it's Chi-Yu. It wasn't Joe Exotic. I think that's Polt. It's actually the Okidogi. I like that. Okay. I got up my Swords Dance. I think I drop the Terra here and just start clicking buttons on this. I mean, I can do Calcs here. My Ogerpon. Dream SMP versus Okidogi. I also get to find out if this thing is Scarf right here, because I actually think the right play is going for a Leech Seed. I have set up to +2. Terra Grass. Ivy Cudgel does 58% if you're max HP. I'm just going to go for a Leech here. Yeah, I want to know it. I want to know if this is Scarf. It's not. Okay, I just got off a Leech Seed for free. What move is this? This is the Ice Punch. I'm gonna go for another sub. I think I have another turn of Reflect, right? Crit doesn't matter because of the discharge. Get some health off of this. I'm gonna go for another sub. I know that I outspeed. Do I reflect? I do have reflect. How many turns of that do I have? Go Y. This. This is my last turn of reflect. I'm gonna go for another sub. Okay. I mean, regardless, sub is the right play because I want to keep getting health off of you. It's gonna switch here. Is this just Dragapult? Yeet Young is Dragapult. I think I always live a hit from this. And I think I two-shot this with Cudgel, and if I can get rid of this, I don't actually need Terra on Ogre or on Entei anymore. Reflect is gone, that's fine. This is probably just Infiltrator. I'm just gonna go for a big Cudgel. I think this is always the right play. If it's Scarf, I find out. The best part is if I actually get this kill, if this is Infiltrator, I just get to keep my sub up. Okay, get off this Cudgel. This is probably not going to kill ever. Give me my speed boost. I always outspeed this. It's actually going to outspeed and go for the U-turn. It is not Infiltrator, which is amazing. It's probably going to break my sub, but he is just going to give me a mon. This is almost definitely just going to be Sylveon. Ogre Pond, what's it killing? So it is Scarf Dragapult. That is fine. What matters here is that I have the extra powered Ivy Cudgel. What comes in here? I actually would have preferred it to be Infiltrator, but I had a feeling it was going to be Clear Body in this matchup. I mean, he knows what's coming. Yeah, he goes into Sylveon. Okay, this thing is gone. This is the main thing that was switching into my Darkrai, so I'm glad to get this thing out of here now. Bonk. Goodbye. I guess I didn't have to Terra, but it was. I think it's just good information all around. Also, I 100% beat Y-Square, which is really good. And I can just go for another sub, and I can keep going for Leech Seeds. As long as I don't get Toxic, this 100% beats it. What comes in here? And what I've done at this point is just put him in a position where he's forced to whittle things that he doesn't really want to. You can't go Chi-Yu because you don't know. I guess you could go Fish, and then just go into Prim again. Oh wait, Prim died. I think I have to go Entei there. Just go Entei, start spamming Sacred Fire on things. I also have my knockoff AV Darkrai, which is pretty beneficial. I feel like I'm a bit behind in this endgame because my Prim got crit, but also he's gotten pretty unlucky, as is. Goes to the Chippy, that is the Fish. I do not think I kill this. I actually do, that's funny. I think by sending this in, you're trying to tell me that you have a choice item and I have no reason to stay in anymore. I think by the fact you sent this in, you have a choice item and you're walking into a fire move, which leads me to believe that Entei is my best play here. Yeah, you have to go for a fire move here, right? Entei's at 371. It's actually going to reveal the Flame Charge. Oh, this just would have died. Entei... Is this just Flame Charge plot? E-Speed does too much to this thing to not just spam here. Yeah, that's always the play. If this is Life Orb, it's even better. Because I get this in. If he reveals Nasty Plot, I beat this anyways. He goes for the Dark Pulse. I should tank this. Alright, this is going to be a two-shot, which isn't great. What that means is that I can go for another E-Speed and then get this kill with Regieleki. I have to E-Speed. I don't really have another play at this point. What this guy doesn't know is that I still happen to have a really cool scale shot in the back. It's just going to give me another D-speed. It's going to live. Chiyu's going to get this kill on my Entei, for sure. Yeah, Chiyu killed Entei. I go Regieleki here and I Volt Switch. Because I don't want to give free Gliscor here. Get off my Volt Switch. I always outspeed here. I think I Volt Switch into my Darkrai. Because it doesn't quite have a good answer to that at the moment. And if I can bait out any of his Terras, I'm just in a better spot than him. What's my setup fodder for Garchomp? Probably Zapdos. He's thinking here. This thing's gonna die if I get up rocks. So imagine if I just stayed in and clicked Cudgel. This thing would be so dead. Yeah, he's gonna give me Chiyu. Regieleki's gonna get killed. I'm actually surprised that was a sack, because my friend's currently dead. But that's fine. I get that. I think I go Darkrai. This doesn't seem to have that good of an answer to it at this point. He has Gliscor, Okidogi's weak to Psychic. If he goes Okidogi, I think I'll just go straight back into my Regieleki. I'm going to Darkrai. Because his two defensive checks to it are currently dead, which I like, personally. But I don't know what else comes in here, really. I think it's just Gliscor or Okidogi. I don't see any world where this is Dragapult. Dragapult should still probably lose to some form of Darkrai behind a screen because it's not Infiltrator. Regieleki's screens are still incredibly valuable for my late game because both my sweepers are still alive. Doesn't Dragapult, I should always live any hit from this. If this is Choice Band, do I take a Darts? Darkrai versus Dragapult. I think I just knock off here, because I think this is a U-turn. If this is Specs, I guarantee to live a Draco. If this is Choice Band... No. Choice Band. I always live a Darts. Unless you're adamant, in which case I think it's a roll. And I think my play here is always just knock off, right? Because I think this is just U-turn for Chip to go into probably Okidogi. And if this is what's it called, I just get rid of your Scarf and suddenly I'm in a better position. It's gonna be a U-turn, yeah. Should live. Actually does nothing. 175 versus Dragapult. I'm gonna assume that means your Specs. That U-turn did 38%. That is a low roll on Specs. Goes into Okidogi. I'm just gonna go with the item then. What you got? Here to the leftovers. Interesting. Okay, so I could go for Psychic here because I think it's a guaranteed kill. We'd also bait out the Terra on you, which means Gliscor stays its type. Do I want Gliscor to stay its type? It takes away an entire 50-50 and it doesn't even matter because I have this in the back. Psychic will kill here. If I see a Terra, this is just a fighting move for sure. If I want to just predict that, I could just go into Garchomp now. The issue is I kind of have to commit at this point, because if I get this wrong, I put myself in a position where Choice Scarf Dragapult becomes a problem. I could just go into Garchomp and just try to win with Light Screen setup on my that thing. But I feel like Darkrai with my thing is just too important to sack. I could just go into this and set up rocks. I think this has to Terra, but I think you have to call Psychic here. I'm going to Garchomp. I mean, you have to make the read at this point. Going to Chomp. If you don't Terra, I'm going to be pretty surprised. We are going to see the Terra. Okay, I made the right play. Okay, what is this going for? If this is Ice Punch, I might actually just lose on the spot. What's left? Dragapult. I have to win with Ogerpon if I want to win it all at this point. I'm going to see a Bulk Up, that's fine. Bulk Up means you still lose to my Darkrai if I get enough damage here. I should take an Ice Punch. Oh, wait. Oh, this is interesting. I think I'm just losing, right? I think I have to Swords Dance in Earthquake. Because I think... Do I take an Ice Punch at this point? This Okidogi might just win. I'm very Fizz-Def Garchomp. Terra... doing not that much. I think I have to SD to have a chance at this point. Or I just Earthquake, sack off... Is that the only way I get out of this? I think I have to Earthquake. I'm gonna see that I outspeed. That's good information. It does basically nothing. This is probably just Ice Punch. Do I hit this? I'm close. Okay, Okie dokie gets a kill. I go Regieleki and set up a Reflect. And then Volt Switch into Darkrai. Do have an item. You're gonna be probably knock off Ice Punch, Twain Punch. Do I just Volt Switch this? Or set up a Reflect first? Because I need both screens to win the game. This is difficult, because I know Volt Switch won't kill here. I think this is going to be difficult to come back from. Regieleki, Volt Switch actually might just kill. Oh wait, no, it's the wrong Terra. If you're not bulky, this kills. Oh, he's thinking too. Is he going to go westward? Yeah. Doesn't even kill. Okay, I have to go Darkrai. He's going to get his HP back, and my only way out of this is with Ogerpon. This is probably just a kill here. It's gonna be Gunk. Oh, it's not even Drain Punch. Okay, so this just dies to Ogerpon now. What does he have left? Zapdos, Dragapult. I go Ogerpon because I don't want to give Gliscor a free switch. I go for Ivy Cudgel because it kills. Right. I'm not out of this, it's just gonna be difficult. I have to go for Cudgel. Does he give me this thing, or does he go into Zap? What does he have left? He has this, Gliscor, Zapdos, and Dragapult. I definitely beat Gliscor with this. Yeah, Gliscor actually just can't beat me. But you can give me this, it's fine. Ogerpon's gonna kill the, what's it called, Okidogi. Okay, that thing is out of my way. This is 100% Dragapult. I need to get this in on Gliscor. That's my way out of this. I need to get a light screen up. He goes into Dragapult, that's fine. There's gonna be Draco. I'm gonna go into my Regieleki. I have an out. It's just gonna be very hard. This has to be Draco. I think I'm bulky enough to live a Scarf Draco. He actually just goes for Shadow Ball, it's even better. I just realized that I lose this anyways. Okay. Yeah, actually, that was just a big throw. What am I doing? Dragapult's gonna kill Regieleki. Oh, that sucks. I completely forgot this thing is Scarf. My only way of winning that was catching a U-turn. I have to go into this. Not having knockoff is gonna lose me the game. Honestly, I don't think it's gonna matter that much. Because Gliscor is just gonna beat me anyways. I have to go for Cudgel. Shadow Ball's gonna do a lot. It does less than half already in this. It does a lot. Yeah, Dragon Ball's just gonna clean up. How much is this doing? Yeah, that's not close. I need to knock off. Yeah. GG's to Gurt, that's fine. 2 and 2. It's an 8-man playoffs and a 12-man league, so I feel like I should still be fine. Next week is Greyvee. This is gonna be an interesting next few weeks. Yeah, GG's. What could I have done better? I don't even know. I'll have to go back on my VOD review or whatever. That's game. GG's to Gurt. I'll see y'all next week. Bye.